Hi, good afternoon, entrep third year. So, again, pinare-record ko na to in case na problema tayo at hindi ako makapag-klase. So, in case na malate ako, iuuna ko na siyang i-post. Okay, so ito yung continuation ng ating discussion last week. So, nandito na tayo sa market selection process. So, yung process is starting with international marketing objectives. So, prior to selecting your target market, kung sa international market, this is the market selection process. First is, you should have an objective, di ba? So, lagi naman yan ang start eh. Um, International marketing objective. So, what are your objectives in going international, in engaging in an international market? And then you should have your parameters for selection or your options for selection. And then preliminary screening, siyempre yung mga parameters, mga options na yun, i-screen mo siya, di ba? Or sasalain mo siya. And then shortlisting of markets. Hindi naman majority or yung mass market nung international scene na gusto mong puntahan is makukuha mo, di ba? So, kailangan i-select mo siya. Segmentize mo siya. Evaluation and selection. And then, itetest mo siya and eventually, yun na yung commercial production ng inyong product or service na i-offer internationally. So, now you have your entry mode choice. Ano ba yung way mo para makapasok doon sa scene, sa international market scene. Considered by many as the most important aspect of a firm's internationalization strategy. So, considered ng mga experts or karamihan na yun daw yung pinaka-importante ng way para maipasok sa international scene yung iyong business. So, entry mode will determine long-term success or withdrawal from foreign markets. Poor decisions can be very costly. So, for the firm, lahat naman, di ba, ng, kahit saan, in general, poor decisions, uh, it will result to devastation kung severe man yan. So, factors in the entry mode decision, marami. First is yung mga external factors muna. You have your target market or target country market factors. Ano ba yan? So, yun yung mga political, etc. Diba? So, you have your target country environmental factors, meron kang production factors, and then home country factors. Then you have your internal or yung within sa inyong kumpanya, company product factors, and then yung resource and commitment factors. And these are the elements of market entry strategies. So first, choice yun yung kanina sa process, diba? Choice of target product or market or segmentizing, segmentizing, you should choose sino ba muna yung inyong target market, depende yan sa age, sa demography, sa geography, sa religion, sa politics, di ba? So, yun, pipiliin mo siya and then set your objectives and goals, and then ano ba yung pipiliin mong entry mode? So, yung entry mode kasi is later on. Mamimili ka doon kung paano ka makakapasok doon sa international business scene na yun or sa industry na yun. And then you should design the marketing plan, which is our activity. I think next week gagawa kayo ng international marketing plan. And then target market, wherein nandito yung control system, monitoring operations, and then revising entry strategy. So different types of entry modes. So these are the different types of entry modes. You have your exporting commercial strategy, commercial mode, and then you have your foreign direct investment, industrial strategy, integrated modes, and then associated and contractual modes. So contractual and competitive alliances. So exporting, yung product mo, ibenta mo siya sa labas, di ba? And then you have your foreign direct investment. Pwede ka mag-invest sa mga business sa labas. Like, halimbawa, mayaman ka naman, so try mo mag-invest sa mga foreign companies, di ba? And then associated and contractual modes. Ito yung meron kayong kakilala, kapartner doon sa international business na pipiliin nyo. So, ito yung commitment, risk control, profit potential when it comes to entry mode, way or type of entry mode. So, sa exporting, yung yung commitment, yung risk, yung control, profit potential is on the negative side. Okay, so contractual modes nasa gitna siya, and then yung i-invest kayo is on the positive side. Why? Kasi when you export, lahat ng risk nandito halos sa inyo, 'di ba? So same goes with commitment. Ito yung part na entry mode na medyo on the negative side. And then contractual mode is siya in between. And then yung foreign investment is much more on the higher part of profit potential. So, kasi yung pera mo is directly siya yung i-invest mo rather than your entire business if you're going to export. Okay? So, types of exporting, meron kang indirect exporting, and under niyan is in distributor, export merchant, export agent, and then direct exporting. You have also your cooperative exporting. Uh, ano siya? Okay. So, wala pa siya definition. So, indirect exporting, you have meron kang kakilala. Like for example, sa US, meron ka halimbawang distributor doon. Ikaw yung magbibigay ng product sa kanya galing sa Pilipinas, and then sila yung magbebenta doon. And then, export, yung direct exporting, ikaw mismo. And you will be collaborating with export department doon sa bansang pag-exportan mo. And when it comes to cooperative exporting, um, merong mga exporter na nandoon. Halimbawa, may kakilala ka na nag-export din. So, piggyback ang tawag doon. Export ka rin sa kanya. Piggyback export ka doon sa nag-export na kakilala mo, halimbawa, sa Pilipinas. Okay? So, FDI, Foreign Direct Investment, the ultimate form of foreign involvement, direct ownership of foreign-based assembly, manufacturing or sales facilities. The company can buy part or full interest in a local company or build its own facilities, considered the preferred mode of entry. So kung makikita nyo siya dito, positive side siya. Kasi siya yung preferred na mode of entry kasi siya yung pinaka-safe. Diba? So according dito. Kasi yung pera mo, may control ka dun kung gaano kalaki yung i-invest mo. For example, nagbenta yung like sa NBA, yung Brooklyn Nets. So before, ang owner niyan is a Russian billionaire. I think isa siya sa pinakamayaman sa Russia. So yun gaya nun. So foreign direct investment. Unlike pag nag-export ka, mas mataas yung risk. So if you do this FDI, mas may control ka. Diba? So yun. So, advantages and disadvantages ng FDI. So, yung advantages is cost economies, labor law, hindi ka na gagastos niyan. Kasi merely yung pera mo na lang ini-invest mo, di ba? Better image in host country, deeper relationship with government, better adaptation, full control of investment since yun nga lang yung nirelease mo, yung pera mo, long-term objectives. So, yung mga disadvantages niya is high initial operating cost, and then high level of risk. So yung when we say high initial and operating cost, since pera ang ilalabas mo, obviously malaki yan. And in terms of risk, it's merely malaki yung ni-risk mo, malaki yung reward mo. And pag malaki yung reward mo, malaki nga rin yung risk. So yun yung sinatawag na high level of risk, di ba? So like for example, nagsugal ka, so mas malaki yung taya mo, mas malaki yung tama mo. So kung piso, 10 piso, obviously mas maliit din yung tama mo. So same sa business, compared but in comparison with the exporting, so much riskier yung exporting. But yung disadvantage na sinasabi dito is yun, kasi since pera mo yung ilalabas mo, and then malaki yung initial operating cost, obviously malaki rin yung high level of risk. So yun, so FDI options, make or buy decision, greenfield investment, mergers and acquisition, branch or subsidiary structure, legal status, analyzing FDI project, assessing profitability, and discounted cash flow analysis. So basically, para ka nag-invest dito sa stock market, like mag-invest ba ako sa Google, kung maging for sale man yung Google, di ba? So yun, yung gaya nun, yung Russian billionaire. So I think binenta niya na rin naman yung team, yung Brooklyn Nets, and hindi ko na alam kung siya pa rin yung majority owner. No? So yun, yung make or buy decision. Okay, so branch or subsidiary, um, ano ba yung like mga legal matters to eh. Ano ba yung magiging nature ng business as me or as you as an owner or international owner. So yun, dapat ba aware tayo sa kultura nila, aware tayo sa political scene nila when it comes to investment. Okay? And then you have your, syempre, i-analyze nyo yung inyong foreign investment. So, assess nyo yung inyong profitability and then yung inyong cash flow analysis, di ba? So, which is ginagawa naman kahit dito sa local scene. But, syempre, depende yan sa bansa. So, iba yung pag-a-analyze nila dyan. So, associated entry modes, newest, most recent forms of international business, transfer of technology or know-how between two firms, shared risk only option in countries where the government requires foreign firms to use local capital, better access to local market knowledge. So ito yung isang mode of entry na tinatawag. So associated entry modes wherein siya yung pinakabago and then ginagawa siya with the collaboration of the local government sa bansa na yun. And pwede mong gamitin daw yung local capital na available dun sa bansa na pagtatrabaho or startan mo ng business. And then meron ka ring access sa local market. Ayan. So yun. Or local market knowledge rather. Types of associated entry modes, you have your joint venture. So, kung may kakilala ka, makikipart-partner ka sa kanya. Licensing, same din. So, licensor licenses a foreign company to use a manufacturing process, product, trademark. So, limbawa, Nike, nag-license dito. So, pwede mo siyang gamitin, yung logo, etc. So, yun. Kung ikaw naman may business ka, limbawa yung Jollibee, international na siya. So, yun yung isang example nun. Management contracts, same din sa Philippines, di ba? Kung ano-ano yung under management terms, especially when you export. And then international franchising, so franchising is a different ball game na siya, pero contractual association between the franchisor and yung franchisee who buy right to own, operate unit. So iba rin kasi ang batas ng franchising. So meron kayong separate na subject para dyan. Though when we say international marketing, sobrang complex ng kanyang rights or yung law in terms of franchising law. And then you have your industrial distribution and service franchising depending on the business na gusto nyong i-franchise. Okay? So, comparing different entry mode options. So, level of ownership, low and high, and then yung inyong, ano ba to, x-axis. Okay, so y-axis. And then on the left side, nandun yung contribution of know-how or yung knowledge. Ayan. So, in terms of franchising, licensing, management contract, concessionaire, or ito yung tinatawag na associated entry modes. High on contribution know-how and then low sa level of ownership kasi hindi naman ikaw may-ari, di ba? So, in terms of foreign buying naman or distributor, low contribution know-how and then low din yung inyong level of ownership. But in terms of FDI and then your partnership and or shareholding, mataas yung inyong level of ownership. And then, syempre, yung foreign investment, kayo naman din yung may hawak ng inyong sariling pera, di ba? So, mataas yung inyong level of ownership, pero yung inyong technical or contribution of know-how is lower, and then sa FDI, lahat ay high in terms of contribution know-how, and then level of ownership kasi kayo yung boss dito in terms of FDI. Okay, so next topic is about international. Ay, tapos na nga pala to, no? Ito yung last week. So yung next topic, I think is international marketing strategy. So ganun. So yun, that ends our discussion. And other announcement is pag nakapag live online class na tayo. Okay? So thank you for listening. God bless and stay safe lagi.